In this video, you will learn how to never feel like a fool again when the server pours you the wine to taste at a restaurant. I was a sommelier at a top restaurant in Boston. I did wine tastings for British royalty, so I can tell you how to confidently pick up your glass and impress your friends, your date, your colleagues for all time. The first step is to confirm. Is this what you ordered? This is why the server always brings the wine to the person who ordered it. So don't be surprised if you're the person asked to taste it. Now, I have seen some hosts of a dinner ask someone else to taste the wine. And while this may seem hospitable, if the person you've asked to taste it doesn't know what they're doing, this can be an embarrassing moment. Make sure this is the wine you ordered. Sometimes the server may have misheard you or made a mistake, so you don't want to end up with a different wine or a different price point. The second step is to assess the wine. The quick and dirty way to do this that will still impress is to pick up the glass by the stem or the base, swirl the glass so that you can smell it, smell the wine, taste the wine, and make an impressed face. But for those of you who want to know more, this always comes as a shock to people when I tell them this, but you're not tasting the wine to see whether or not you like it. You're actually tasting it to see if this particular bottle is in good shape. This is an important distinction because if you send a wine back because you don't like it, they're just going to send you another bottle of the same thing. Imagine that! If you end up with a bottle that you truly don't like, just let the server know, and hopefully he or she will be gracious enough to help you find something that you would like. How are you supposed to assess a wine if you've never had that particular wine before? This is where the importance of swirling and sniffing comes into place. You can smell a lot more than you can taste, so the smelling part of a wine is actually really important. You can get the most out of smelling a wine by taking the stem of the glass, setting it on the table, and drawing little circles with it so that the wine swirls around. Then smell it, because now the wine has really come to life and you are able to smell it much better. And what do you look for? You can look for two things in the wine to tell you whether it's in good shape. The first is whether or not you can smell fruit. Do I smell fruit, particularly fresh fruit when it comes to a young wine? If you can smell fruit, this is a pretty good sign that the wine is in good shape. The second step is to look for the smell of cardboard, or some people call it wet dog. If you smell that, it's a pretty good sign that the wine is not in good shape and that the cork has a defect to it. Feel free to send back that bottle of wine, or if you're not sure, just ask your server. Got it? Back to your wine. If your two questions are answered and you smell fruit and you don't smell any cardboard, you are good to go. Go ahead and proceed. A lot of people ask me, what do you do with the cork? And this is a hotly debated topic in the wine world, but I'll tell you, I do nothing with the cork. I have seen so many corks when I worked at auctions where they were falling apart, had mildew, mold on them, whatever it was, but the wine was glorious. So when I have the wine right in front of me, I would much rather pay attention to that than worry about any silly little cork. To assess the wine, you want to set aside the cork, swirl, smell, and taste the wine, and look interested. Remember, your dining guests are looking to you to see your reaction to this wine. You can give them a vote of confidence in the wine you've chosen and in you by looking pleased. And then, don't forget step number 3. After you've given the vote of confidence to your companions, you want to let the server or the sommelier know that they are okay to pour the wine. Remember, there are thirsty people waiting for this wine. So once you tell the server, I just give a quick nod, and then they know they can proceed, pour the wine. If you follow these steps, you can be just as suave as royalty. It's as easy as a confirm, an assess, and a nod. Subscribe to my channel to get more wine and dining know-how.